Alright, what's up guys, Single Player Nacho here, and this is the Resident Evil Iceberg. Take a look at it in all of its conspiracy theory filled glory. This thing is filled with mysteries, secrets that probably the die-hard fans have never heard of, and it's very interesting. All of these secrets are attached to the entirety of the Resident Evil series. Some of them are more kooky than the others, probably are bullshits, so we're just gonna take a look at the more interesting ones. Without further ado, let's get to it. First up, the Makoba Village. The Makoba Village is a sound drama released in 1998, and if you take a look at the contents within this sound drama, there's a lot of cool tidbits, concept art, and what have you, but the contents itself are very spooky indeed. The Makoba Village is actually a cult that was situated near the Arklay Mountains. Not just your regular type of cult, a satanic cult. Members were forced to stay and were threatened with being murdered if they tried to escape the cult. Once the T-virus hit, the cult's entire population was wiped out in one single blow. A little cool detail is that Jill Valentine was actually called Jill Morrison, and she was on assignment to investigate this cult. Just sweeping through the actual sound drama itself, you'll see the kind of sad ending to this cult as they were eventually killed by zombies. Zombies' concept art is so terrifying looking. Next up, we have the Cameron virus. Now, the Cameron virus is dedicated to Dr. Cameron, who developed the virus itself. This virus is much more intelligent than just biological effects on human bodies or creating monsters. This virus transferred consciousness to other hosts. So in essence, it's like you'd be able to control a tyrant using your mind. Now, as we all know, Dr. Cameron is probably not canon. I even found a Reddit post that suggests that this Cameron virus would possibly be the most dangerous one out there, and it's probably true. Next up, Leon was drunk. Now this is a more lighthearted one compared to the ones we just did. According to the actual backstory of Resident Evil 2, the original copy, Leon broke up with his girlfriend and he started drinking before the huge parade that was going on at the RPD for Leon's first day, which is pretty funny considering the new movie that just came out that kind of expanded on this as an Easter egg, kinda. I don't think people appreciated the Easter egg or even recognized it, but it is true. Leon was hungover, or at least he was supposed to be. Probably confirms that he is a bad drunk driver as well. Next up is the Manhwa Desires. This is a Resident Evil manga that was attached to Resident Evil 6, as Carla Radomez and the C-Virus is very present in this manga. In Manhwa Desires, a group of students that attend a Christian school or academy suffer a grim fate as they slowly but surely eat each other thanks to the C-Virus. If you look at the comic strips, it is very disturbing stuff. The drawings really detail the horrors that these students endured. Their fleshy faces and missing limbs really highlights the disgustingness behind all of the experiments done by Carla Radomez, that evil bitch. Next up, the Romero script. This is a topic that has been brushed on before, but nonetheless, very interesting to see what kind of Resident Evil movie we would have gotten in the 90s. Love it or hate it, we do have a Resident Evil movie. Kinda sucks, or I guess you can say it sucks, besides the laser scene, it was pretty cool. But before that, there was a George A. Romero version that was supposed to happen and it sounded pretty promising. It was extremely violent. There was scenes that depicted people's faces being melted off with acid. And of course, Capcom was actually supportive of this script, but studio executives thought it was too much to show to the screen and they wanted something more action-oriented rather than horror-inspired, unfortunately. And the entire script is actually leaked online. You can read it yourself and visualize what could have happened. Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, many of the STARS members would have been present in this film, and we even would have gotten Wesker. Next up, Steve's hair. Now this is a very odd one. I can hardly find any research on it, but it is pretty much referencing Steve Burnside's hairdo, which is stuck in the 90s. And I did find this Reddit post that discusses this further. The mystery behind what or who was modeled after Steve Burnside's hair. Leonardo DiCaprio, Trevor Edmond are names that were mentioned. And I'm guessing that it just kind of stands out even more so than Leon Kennedy's hair. Still such a weird thing to be on this list. I had to share it. Next up, Darkside Chronicles official Twitter accounts. Now talk about marketing 101. This is a really cool way to promote your video game. Just before Resident Evil The Darkside Chronicles was released on the Wii, Capcom created @Jack_Darkside, @Leon_Darkside, Claire_Darkside, and Steve Darkside in order to promote the game. These fake character Twitter accounts posted regularly updates on their whereabouts, like Leon tweeted, "Sharing my adventure with you," or "I'll never get used to traveling on these damn C-130s. A cot made of ammo crates makes for a terrible night's sleep." He even tweeted out a map of Raccoon City on August 14th, 2009. And a revelation. On August 16th, he tweeted, "I shot one, a civilian, but there was something wrong with him. It was like he was possessed. They keep walking towards me, clawing me in the face, trying to bite me. I had no choice but to open fire. 12 shots and they didn't stop till I shot them in the face." Claire even tweeted a picture of her inside the RPD station. Like, what the heck? Get out of there ASAP. She even took kind of a selfie in the Umbrella sewers. Or sorry, the Raccoon City sewers. I mean, I can't think of a worse place to take a picture in. It's a pretty cool photo, nonetheless. And of course, Steve Burnside's account tweeted out a picture of Claire, captioned, "I told you she's hot." He even kind of archived his venture towards Claire. Turns out there's another escaped prisoner, Claire, and she's hot. A bit of a cold fish, but she'll warm up to my charm. Give her time. She was very impressed by my intimate knowledge of the Ashfords and their island operations. Keep trying, buddy. Keep trying. And last but not least, a potential game changer. Devil May Cry was actually Resident Evil 4. Devil May Cry features demons, long hair, and people just started picking up on its similarities to Resident Evil 4. And there are some, I mean, the cult, the church level is definitely Devil May Cry inspired, or the other way around, I guess. Same producer, same director. You gotta question the intent here. But it is true. Devil May Cry is actually the first incarnation of what would later become Resident Evil 4, at the very least, an inspiration. It just goes to show you how different Resident Evil 4 is compared to its predecessors. I mean, it's pretty much wildly different. The levels are filled with gothic structures, from the warning screen, the shadow enemies resembling lickers, the marionettes resembling zombies, and the examining feature is also the same. It's almost nearly the same. It's very interesting to see where these things come from, the origins of them, and how creative the directors actually are, and where they draw inspiration from. Well, thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Which Easter egg or secret or conspiracy theory did you enjoy the most? Let me know in the comments down below, and if you know of any other crazy ones. Thanks so much for checking out this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more horror lore, lists, and mysteries. Have an awesome rest of your day, and as always, stay single.